Welcome back.
I need to scoot over. There we go.
Okay, now welcome back. So, here we are, Centennial Peregrine, ready to talk about some Clone Wars again. New episode from today. Let them out.
Okay. Out those. Now you can tell I was all like, oh.
Hi, welcome back.
It's funny, you can look like, oh look, it's all, I have a nice top on here, and then I can like, PJs, it's like video conferencing for work now. Like,
dude, for real.
Business up here, party down here.
Yep. All those pantsless conversations with my boss. No, you don't do that? Or, I mean, I don't do that either.
I mean, I also have a uniform that I could actually wear, so.
That's true. Isn't that backwards?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I always thought that thing was uncomfortable.
You've been using it backwards?
I guess.
Yeah.
I thought the bigger cutout was the front.
No. It's for your back.
Oh.
It's for the back. Because this is where, like, your legs go.
Yeah, I was just thinking that was like where your butt cheeks go. Anyways, new episode of Clone Wars today, and it was amazing.
We watched it at 12:10 when it came out.
12:10.
Because that's a perk of being a West Coaster.
Yeah.
It's not terribly late when it drops.
Dude. That was so amazing.
Top tier Star Wars right there. What?
Nope, that's fine.
What?
Like.
You got rid of the other coaster.
Well, I think I did. Well, it's just that's my lens cloth. It's fine. It's fine.
I'll wash it.
I mean, you don't have to wash it if you don't spill on it, so we'll be fine.
Okay. I'll try not to spill on it.
I mean, I hope that was already like a goal.
Generically, yeah, I guess.
Best lightsaber battle in the history of Star Wars. Done.
Yes.
Done.
Hands down. Thank you.
I'm not accepting arguments. Anything you have to say to the contrary, you are wrong.
Thank you, Ray Park and
what was her name?
I wrote it down. Lauren. I can't read my handwriting. Lauren Mary Kim. For being the mocap.
Dude.
For that. It's
that was so freaking awesome.
His little like hop when they're up on the beam, just like.
Dude. Yeah, like that was just, you could not accomplish that without mocap. Like that, if they were just animating it, that would not have happened. And that just added like a level of like, I don't know, depth or realism, or I don't know what you want to call it.
Realism, because it's like, they are up on these little beams, high above.
Yeah, and they're like at the top of the dome.
Yeah, what the hell's the name of that city? It starts with an S.
The one on Mandalore. You're welcome. You can thank me later.
Whatever. Yeah, so just kind of, it was a little bit of realism, because like, if they hadn't been a little bit of like, whoa shit, it'd been a little suspect.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, it wouldn't have been. You just wouldn't have noticed.
Right.
But because we got it, it made it more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
Dude.
So good. Like, and you brought up the point of Ahsoka doing her whole, like, leap over to bad dude with dual sabers twice, like what she did with Vader and Rebels.
Yep.
Like, actually, did she do it in the fight with Seventh Sister and Fifth Brother too? Like when she first comes out and like lights up her lightsabers and the epicness when they go and when they're looking for the babies.
I think maybe you're right. I think she might do it to the sister.
Yeah.
She does it to the sister right before she puts her lightsabers away.
Yeah, and then like grabs hers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like she pretty much just like force pushes the fifth brother, and he's just like out of the fight because he was the worst Inquisitor that we've seen. The worst. I don't know. Sixth brother's kind of too. The guys.
Yeah, no, one is
the eighth brother.
The one
you know what? The
dude
brothers
in the thing
they
when
suck.
they were on Malachor.
Eighth brother.
Yeah, that guy's like, he's a clown.
Well, and like sixth brother really wasn't that great either. He was the one in the Ahsoka novel.
True. he wasn't.
You know what? The brothers just sucked.
But he was effective.
Yeah.
Like up until that point.
He felt very like Thrawnish. He was
What?
a little bit more calculated than like the other.
Who?
Sixth brother.
I did not get that.
Really?
He felt very. It felt to me like he was very. He was very brash and reactionary.
I didn't get that.
He like cast aside anyone who was trying to help him. He talked down to everyone. Like Thrawn would happily like listen to ideas from other people.
No, he didn't talk down to everyone.
All the Imperial people that he was with?
No, there was one. There was one he was interviewing after like Ahsoka initially rescues Caden. Spoilers, rescues Caden, and uses the Force for the first time in public. And he was interviewing one of the Imperials, and like dude was just like, yeah, this happened, blah blah blah, and he's like, oh, make sure to commend him because it was more for his like benefit because the easier, the more like lackey Imperials they get higher up, the easier it is for him to do what he needs to do because nobody's questioning him. But like he put in a good word for that guy. I mean, granted, again, it was for his benefit, but
exactly.
But that's calculated. Like, okay, well, this is gonna help me later.
Yeah, but it's not calculated. It's just self-serving.
Okay, all right, I agree. But apparently, the brother Inquisitors just suck.
Yeah.
It's all about the girls. Check out my lovely 7th sister and 2nd sister stickers.
No,
that's a lot of
ninth sister.
I don't. Did they do one for ninth sister?
The Dawutin.
Yeah, I'll have to look. There's tons of Star Wars women they haven't done yet. Like I said, I'm upset that I ordered them right before they came out with the armor drawing. Pick down the armor. But next batch. Yeah, best lightsaber battle ever. So good.
Dude. It will be a long time before they are ever able to come up with anything to top that.
They could just leave it alone and not try.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll try, but
I don't know.
I mean, maybe not anytime soon. At some point they will, but it's gonna be tough, man.
So good. 2
of the characters in the entire Star Wars universe that have like some of the largest followings.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the characters in the Star Wars universe that are like the most acrobatic lightsaber duelists.
Yes. It's funny, like, I saw a bunch of people talking about how, this had so much character development from Maul, like, he was a nobody character, and now suddenly, I was like, have y'all watched
idiot said that?
Any Clone Wars or Rebels before this? Because, like...
That was the person that, like, saw Maul and Solo, and they were like, oh...
Right, which... There's a Solo Easter egg in this episode as well.
That was cool. We both were like...
We're just like... Was that meme with Leo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally that. I'm like, wait, that's... And then we're sitting there like, what's his name?
Voss, right?
Dryden Voss.
Dryden Voss.
Yes. Wonderful. So good.
That was cool, dude.
It was cool because I feel like maybe it was like Dave Filoni would be like, let's give Solo a hand. Like, we all know. I mean, everybody has their least favorite and favorite things, and Solo is just bad. There's like 2 things in that whole movie that I'm like, oh, okay, I'm down for. Well, 3. Lando. Well, Donald Glover as Lando. Yeah. That was perfect. Han admitting that the Ghost was the fastest ship in the galaxy, and Maul.
Wait, you're talking about Solo?
Mm-hmm. When he's playing Zabak with Lando, he's like, they're betting ships again because that's apparently all they bet with. He says like, I have a VCX 100, and Lando's like, somehow like fastest ship gets thrown out. And he's talking about in Han said he had a VCX 100. I was like, that's what the Ghost is.
Oh, is it really? I never caught that.
'Tis that.
So, but best ship and fastest ship are different things.
No, they're the same ship.
No. I mean, like, calling something the best ship and calling it the fastest ship are two different things.
But
because even Hera said that the Falcon is faster, right?
No.
Should we all know, like, we all know that the Ghost is a better ship or something like that?
Yeah.
But the Falcon is faster.
No.
Right? Something of that nature.
Well, it was kind of a back and forth between her and Han, but like no,
I mean, I definitely feel like it was more her just purposefully getting under Han's skin because it was so easy.
Yeah, so easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the best and fastest.
I mean, I'll give you best. So I'm down. The Ghost was a fucking badass ship, man. It was a bad ship, but I don't think the Ghost was as fast as the Falcon was.
I mean, it had to have been. It was smaller.
What the hell does that mean?
And just like
you just came to me with an article with a live event in Phoenix the other day because it was a car chase with a smart car, and you were all amazed. So by your logic, you shouldn't have been amazed because it's smaller, so it should be faster.
That was hilarious though. Like high speed chase with smart car. Only in Arizona, y'all. Only in Arizona. Which we.
The unfortunate thing is like there's a lot of places that would have been better to get in a car chase in a smart car, like East Coast cities with tiny roads and one-way streets and blah blah blah.
Yeah, no,
versus like out in Phoenix in the West Coast where everything is wide and flat and straight. Like.
Well, yeah, and he was on the interstate. He was on like the 10.
This is not the place for the smart car chase, dude.
Right.
You should have taken that to like Philly or something.
He got on at McDowell and just like the 10. Like. Okay, rolling down the 10. Good thing we're all in quarantine or he had a hella hard time getting through traffic.
Dude, no joke, man. Phoenix traffic is ridiculous. I wonder what it has been like up there since all this has been going on.
I should ask the bestie. I mean, they're in Scottsdale, so.
I mean, I don't care, but I'm curious to know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. God, Phoenix traffic's the worst.
Dude.
Yeah. So Star Wars.
I liked how Jesse was talking back to Maul too.
Yeah, getting all
like,
fancy.
Listen, we can go round and round.
You ain't getting nothing out of me. Yeah, just seriously, like everything Maul said in this episode was just like perfect.
The way he like shifted between like fear and anger and like
which leads to
it
hate.
was so very Maul.
Oh yeah. Oh, and how he manipulated the hell out of the Mandalorians. Like,
oh yeah,
holy shit.
Talk about pandering to your audience, man.
Oh my god.
He gave them a speech that was exactly what they wanted to hear.
Like, all 2020, Jesus. That was, yeah.
Dude.
He knew it too. Oh, and then when he was like, die well, Mandalorian, to Paul Saxon, just.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh. I don't like his face. I don't like how Saxon's animated in this.
What do you mean?
The shot where he's talking to Saxon to go kill Ulrich. There's something weird about his lips.
Almec. Yeah.
There's something weird about like his this generic area of his face. Like his lips look weird. It looks like he needs a chapstick.
His jowls look interesting.
Yeah, and like I guess because I see. Well, everybody until now sees him as like how he is in Rebels, and this is the first time we've gone from the character in Rebels jumping into Clone Wars. So like instead of a Clone Wars character being animated in Rebels, now it's like backwards and they're just different animation styles, and it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't like the way he looks. But yeah, that just everything Maul said, and just being so like brooding, and what's the he's an alarmist. If you live,
I mean, kind of true, I guess. Well, he's like a silent alarmist because he was like he was alarmed, but not really telling anyone what to be alarmed about.
I'm trying to think of like the word I'm trying to describe, like not doomsdayer, but kind of like the whole like the end is coming kind of thing he had going on.
Yeah, the end is near. What is there a name for that?
I don't know.
Well, now that you said it, I think that there is.
I don't know. Leave it in the comments if you know. And the part when he's just like, let me die, and we're all gonna die, we're all gonna burn, you don't know what you're doing. It's just like he loses his shit right then. Just, I love Maul.
That's not right.
Love him.
I was thinking he was a nihilist, but that's not.
No, that's not
on
the same
the nose.
thing.
No,
that's not the same thing.
No. That's a sadder thing.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. Yeah. Honestly, like, I'm considering, I don't know how to do that, but like some sort of like Maul tattoo. Like, I love Maul. I don't know why. That'd be weird to get a Maul tattoo.
I mean, not really.
Or maybe just like his like chest outline or something somewhere. Or just a pattern, like a tribal band or something.
So that's still like what I'm thinking about doing here for like this entire upper arm. Just band it like Ahsoka's montrals.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. Not Ahsoka. I'm going to do Hera's Leiku pattern.
Or like, like Ahsoka's Leiku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to do Hera's Leiku pattern here somewhere. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
whenever, everything opens back up. Which doesn't need to be now.
No, there's plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
We're good.
Don't need stuff to open back up yet.
Bo, help him remember.
I love how she's just like, Bo. It's not Bo-Katan, it's Bo.
That was like, it was so freaking like 40s mobster of Ahsoka. Like, just.
Yeah, that was.
Hey, Johnny, why don't you help him find his memories? Like.
Bo, help him remember.
Dude, it was so good.
And then the whole like Bo-Katan slowing the elevator down, like that whole thing.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yes, girl.
And, like cooking the floor starts going like red hot underneath her. It was badass.
Oh, love her too.
I was worried though because like they showed her pack all sparkling, and then she came out and she was like looking off whatever, and it was still kind of sparking, but it was like slightly off to the side of the frame, and I was kind of worried that it was like a foreshadowing that like it was gonna fail on her when she needed it and she was gonna die.
No, but she's not. She doesn't die.
I'm just saying, like, that was my immediate thought.
Yeah, but she's alive in Rebels.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because she takes the Darksaber for Mandalore. Which,
right.
Where the hell is the Darksaber?
Well, no, wait, yeah. Because Maul had it. Did Sidious take it? He
didn't use it when he fought Sidious.
Right.
Last time we saw it was when he killed
Satine.
Did he do that with the Darksaber? Or was that with his lightsaber?
It was the Darksaber, wasn't it?
I thought it was last time we saw it was when he killed Pre Vizsla.
That's rough, man.
So bad. What is that?
Yeah, it's the Darksaber.
Is it Darksaber? Okay, so yeah. So like, where's the Darksaber?
He only uses that one for executions. It probably doesn't have. No, like seriously though, it probably
only for special occasions.
It doesn't have the right like balance. It's not light enough for Maul's style. You know what I mean?
I can see that, but like. We know he has it in, he was just hanging on to it in Rebels. It was part of his shrine.
Oh, right, because Ezra found it.
Yeah, and then Sabine found it.
So yeah, maybe he's just like got it locked away and it's just like a trophy for him now.
Yeah.
Because this is what I use to kill the love of Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is what I use to take over the people of Mandalore. It's like the trophy symbol thing for him, you know.
Because he doesn't even he has his regular lightsaber in Solo.
When you say regular, you mean the one with the claw?
Yeah, his little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd like to know where the darksaber is, because I read something the other day. Somebody said it was not either a leak or an interview or something. How apparently we're gonna see a lot of Gideon with the darksaber in season 2 of Mando.
That's what I heard.
So I'm like, okay, that's cool, but where is it right now? That's what I want to know.
So in Rebels, where he has like his whole shrine and stuff, do we know what planet that is?
Yeah, it's Dathomir.
Oh, he's got it set up back on Dathomir.
Yeah.
Which is probably not where it is right now, though. Because there's still a lot going on Dathomir right now.
Yeah.
And you have...
No, he already killed the Night Sisters are dead.
Nope. Marin is still there for one thing.
Well, okay, yeah, Marin's there.
Cal Kestis goes back to Dathomir twice. At least. You have to go twice, at minimum, for the missions.
Well, it could be after all that, too. Like, he goes back to Dathomir and...
That's what I'm saying. He must go back to Dathomir after all of that.
Right.
Because, like, when Rebels happens, when they're in Rebels, that would have been long after Marin left.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that can't be where his shrine is now. So somewhere he's got a secret place.
Unless it's on a secret place in Dathomir. Well,
or it's a secret place in the tunnels of Mandalore.
Which are apparently vast.
Yeah.
They have a lot of Rebels vibes going into like the underground tunnels and stuff. That's basically how they navigate Lothal for most of the series.
Yeah.
But like, I can't remember. Does he go back to Dathomir during the comic? Yes. That's where.
The comic where they rescued him from Palpatine?
Yeah. That's where they, that's where he communes with Mother Talzin again, I thought. No, maybe it wasn't. Shoot, I don't remember now. Or reread it. I'm really glad I read that before all of this. Because I'm like, that's a Son of Dathomir reference.
When Clone Wars is over, you should read the Vader comics.
I should.
It would be the appropriate time since they start with him getting the suit.
Yeah, I should. I should read them. No promises.
And then he has to build his own lightsaber again.
Oh,
because
yeah,
Anakin took it. Or because Obi-Wan took it.
Obi-Wan took it. Yeah.
Yep. And Palpatine tells him that he's only allowed to acquire a crystal through murdering its owner. And then he has to corrupt the crystal and make it bleed.
Right.
And all that. So like, it's pretty interesting.
Yep.
And the thing, like, keep in mind, I am not a Vader fanboy.
I'm kind of a Vader fan.
I don't like Vader that much. I don't even like Anakin that much because I know he becomes Vader, and that just like changed the whole story for me. I mean, there's parts that I like, you know what I mean, but I'm not like a big Anakin fan or a Vader fan. Vader is more of like a respect of the threat that he poses. You know, like the end of Rogue One, like that was amazing because it was terrifying. You know what I mean? Like he just ripped through them like it was nothing.
Yes.
And he did it in a purposefully dramatic and horrifying way.
Well, yeah, because it's Anakin. It's got to be dramatic.
Right. So, yeah,
dramatic
like, I respect that, but I'm not a Vader fanboy where I'm like, oh, you have to read the comics of my favorite character. It's like good stories, important, like, stories for the character.
Yeah. I don't know, I wouldn't say, like, fanboy, but, like, I do really like Anakin Vader. I don't know if it's partially, like, listening to Jaig and Jedi and hope... I think she's turned me into a dark side / villain thirst.
Yeah, no, I noticed. Every time Maul comes on screen.
No, I loved Maul before then. I love Maul. It's just.
And Thrawn, and Vader.
I do love Thrawn. Thrawn's amazing. I don't know if I'll ever read those books though. That one would be hard. Even like listening to them, I feel like they would be hard. Because I heard a lot of people talking about how it was very battle oriented.
It's kind of what I figured it was gonna be.
And it's hard to like get into that if you're not into that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, you know, go to 0.25. Like I can't. That no, thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. Maybe if the audiobook is better and it's more like. It's a Redwell or something, but yeah, I've heard some of them are like that.
I feel like if the audiobook doesn't have some organ music playing, I would be disappointed.
Organ music swells. So good. Speaking of music, this episode the music was amazing.
Yeah. When the Mandalorians like rushed in.
Yeah. And then well, even just like when they're up on the rafters and Maul and Ahsoka are fighting, like it's like her theme, but with the choir of Duel of Fates.
Yeah.
Like, and I will say I was a little bit not disappointed.
I bet we'll still get the soundtrack of this before we get the soundtrack for season 3 and 4 of Rebels. Kevin Kiner, right?
I just want the
what the
soundtrack
shit,
for
man?
3 and 4.
Come on.
I mean, I don't really need to relive Kanan dying through music, but I do.
Yeah,
I do.
You do.
'Cause it's so good. Yeah, but I don't know if I'm disappointed or kind of glad from what I could hear in the episode, I didn't hear really any like Duel of Fates notes. It was like Ahsoka's theme, but with the vocals of Duel of Fates. But I also didn't really hear Duel of Fates much when him and Kanan battle until later when I was listening to it. I was like, oh, it's actually in there a lot. So maybe it wasn't there and I just wasn't hearing it.
Well, and like Duel of Fates isn't technically Maul's theme, but it did appear the same time he did.
Right.
Like, I always kind of attribute Maul's theme to being the one that's like a very low sort of, I don't know, there's like some kind of like slow up and downs, and it's like very sort of echoey, like in a vast hallway or something. Mm-hmm. And I heard that a bunch in this. But I'm not sure if that's, I guess, specifically Maul's theme either.
Yeah, it was great. What else do we have on? We made a list this time, y'all.
I really like the amount of sort of we'll call it professional respect that Maul showed Ahsoka. In that, like, he didn't just assume that she was young and therefore he could probably defeat her. Like, he took the time and effort to investigate who his opponent was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or potential ally was.
Yeah. Like Apprentice.
I found that kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Poor Maul. His ego just always gets him. Poor thing. He's so traumatized. I was trying to think there was something else that I wanted to say. No, I don't remember. Shoot. Crap. Train's derailed. Called off the search.
Fair enough.
No survivors. Come on. So next week is probably Order 66.
Yep.
From Ahsoka and Rex's perspective. Which was, Dave Filoni wrote, he said something about how this was always going to be Ahsoka and Rex's.
Yeah.
They're the main characters. It's always going to be their story. And, we're not really going to do much with Anakin and Obi-Wan because we know their story during this time. So
Right.
It is going to be more centrally focused on Ahsoka and Rex. Have we heard Mace say, I sense a lot to whatever the Jedi? Destroy the Jedi? Because we heard it in the trailer, but like doesn't necessarily mean it's in the thing.
And you have watched Revenge of the Sith lately a couple times, and he says it in that as well. So now I'm having trouble remembering. I feel like I heard him say it already in this season of Clone Wars.
Was it like
but
the
it was
first
very
episode?
clearly not the same point he says it in the trailer.
Yeah.
So like it's
well,
something
but
that,
I think it was a voiceover in the trailer.
Well, I mean, like you see his face and his mouth. Is what I remember.
Was it in that first episode? The first Bad Batch episode? With him and Anakin? No. Was it? Shoot.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, we get Order 66 next week, and it's gonna be.
I'm curious though if it's something that Mace had maybe been repeating, like leading up to it. Like
I've
it
been
was a
telling
feeling
y'all.
he kept getting, and so he kept saying it. Yeah.
A motherfucking plan to destroy the motherfucking Jedi. Too many damn Sith on this plane.
Dude, what was the super funny version of that I heard the other day? Do you remember? Did I tell you? I swear I told you. Oh no, it was just it wasn't like anything in particular. It was just a really hilarious. What do you call it when you change it? You change the words to make them not like foul language.
No.
This
chair makes a lot of noise.
Dub?
That's not really a dub, is it?
Anyways, so all it was like somebody changed it so that it wasn't foul language. And
Steve Rogers.
It was so funny, dude. What did it say?
Oh, crap, I don't remember what it was. Ooh, grab my water cup here. Actually, I'm gonna put it here so I don't have to stretch too far. Don't put your foot down there. You know what? I'll move it up.
Dude, would you quit making so much noise?
It's the chair. Dude, like this chair is like 8,000 years old and it doesn't
Super
even have
old.
a back anymore. It's
You know what?
just
I
like
might
a
actually.
stool.
I'm probably gonna go grab my stuff from the office tomorrow. Finally.
Yeah. Can you go on Saturday?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll check with the boss.
Maybe go Monday.
I mean, it just makes sense to do it tomorrow because I don't have to work. I don't have to worry about other stuff. There's gonna be less people on the road. I can get my extra chair since that one like broke and is continuing to try and fall apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I was debating on going to the office Monday too, because there's some files that it'd be a whole lot easier to get on the network there than it would be here. But
I want all my statues too. If I'm gonna be here for a long period of time working from home, I want to have all of my. Like I just added all those extra ones too.
Oh, that's right. You just got like Kanan and
Captain
Zeb.
Marvel,
and,
Kanan, Zeb,
Ezra's sitting here somewhere.
Sabine. Yeah, Ezra's the only one here because
Wait, you
it
got
showed
Sabine?
up. It showed up late.
I don't remember you getting Sabine. I thought it was just Kanan and Zeb.
Kanan and Zeb came in a package together. Sabine came on her own
Oh.
and was like 3 times as expensive as the two of them.
Of course, because Sabine.
She wears a Mandalorian helmet. Also Sabine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mando's all over the place this week.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who I'm glad I have not heard anything about in all of this, and that's Boba Fett. Because
Right?
that's just another one that I'm like, the people that fanboy Boba Fett.
He's not even a good character.
And the fanboyness for Boba Fett started before it was really even a character.
Yeah. There are way more interesting bounty hunters. I mean, there are now because of Clone Wars, but
like
way more interesting bounty hunters.
Why is there not like a group of like Greedo fanboys? You know what I mean? Like, because literally,
I'm sure there is.
he had as much screen time.
Like the Greedo shot first club.
Wow. I mean, it's probably out there. That's fair.
They have their own, like, you know, the 501st. They have their own.
Oh, man.
Greedo Shot First Club.
Dude, I want to get involved with the 501st, like...
But 501st with the costumers and stuff are, like, it's, like, Empire stuff.
I thought it was clones.
But it includes Stormtroopers, I think.
Well, but I thought it wasn't... I thought that was the name of the group, but they did, like, cosplay of all Star Wars stuff.
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, never mind. That sucks. I mean, they're awesome and stuff. That's not my, it's not my alignment.
Yeah, they're like, it's like Stormtroopers. Like, a badass. Yeah, because it says like 501st Legion, Vader's first. 501st Legion, so it's, yeah. I don't want to know your mission, I know your mission. I know. Costuming. Yeah, it'd be awesome to be, see, they're all, like, Imperials and Darksiders and...
Well, they got clone troopers, Republic Commandos, that's old school.
So yeah, I guess they do have...
I mean, ARC troopers are clons.
Yeah, I guess they do have,
Sand people.
They do have troopers. It's just the costuming requirements for those are, like, ridiculous.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess that was more my comment is that, like, I wish I was at the point where, like, I could create a costume worthy of, like, their acceptance. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Because I'd love to be in the Rebel Legion. Have a hella awesome Hera costume.
Yeah, dude.
Or Cara Cynthia Dune of Alderaan.
That'd be awesome.
I love her.
That'd be cool, dude.
That's what I originally wanted my hair to do. Like, the first time when I got it cut was I was trying to do something kind of like...
It was, like, way shorter than that.
Well, that wasn't quite the intention either. That poor girl was terrified.
That's fair.
Yeah. I feel like that was, like, her first day on the floor, and I came at her with, you know, mid-back length hair, and I was like, yeah, give me a pixie. Yeah. Like, you could smell her, like, fear. She did the best she could. But yeah, I love her. I rock a Rebel tattoo. I mean, I can't for work, but.
Wow, yeah, face tattoo. It's a step.
Just a little, yeah. I couldn't do it for work. Doesn't really necessarily go with the green and gray.
I mean, says who?
Says the powers that be for the...
Well, they don't know fucking anything. Very seldom do the powers that be know a damn thing about anything.
Anyway, let's see. Ooh, I want them to release these last 4 episodes as a fucking movie that you can go see in the theaters when everything's open back up. Not now, not prematurely.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, it starts with the movie, ends with the movie.
Yeah.
Like a theatrical release movie.
That would be cool.
And I would just want to see, like, all 4 together. No, 10-second countdown between episodes.
Yep.
Just bam, bam, bam.
No credits, no cliffhangers.
Yep.
I hate cliffhangers.
I hate cliffs.
Cliffhangers are the devil's tools.
Because they keep us coming back. Capitalism at its finest. Cliffhangers.
Cliffhangers and quick time events in video games. Those people, they're going to the special hell with people who talk in the theater. That's a Firefly reference.
Sure.
I just wanted to clue you in.
there's something about a bonnet, right?
Yes. So it's
something about a frilly bonnet.
Well, the whole line though is now we can go about this peacefully. Something. But if your hand touches steel, I swear by my pretty floral bonnet, I will end you. Yeah. I like, and so like everybody starts with the, I swear by my, like, pretty I love the part right before that though. Like if your hand touches steel, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. That's a pretty fucking sweet line.
Yeah. Oh, kind of like one of you might want to go take care of that.
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
Oh.
Like I picture Sam Witwer's face when he said that, when he had to do that line as Maul, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
One of you might want to take care of that.
It's very much like a borderline like Hondo line.
Yeah.
Like we might want to go take care of that.
Yeah.
Like that was a very Hondo line.
It's like it's definitely up there as one of the like sassiest things Maul has said.
Yeah.
Like
2 Jedi and a part-timer.
Non-threateningly sassy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 Jedi and a part-timer.
Yeah, oh yeah, that one too, dude. Oh my god.
Her face is like, fuck you, dude. So good. I love Maul. Love him so much. He is not best boy, but I love him.
I think I've like when Obi-Wan was talking to Ahsoka.
Which was just like,
yeah, it was like I felt like he was trying to say like he was trying to say I'm sorry. He was also trying to say like I didn't want you kicked out, but do it in a way that he wasn't like directly bus rolling anyone that was when you're kicked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I suppose you don't really know who was also in the room while he was on the line.
That's true too, but I also kind of felt
like Mace Windu's like walking past, like, "What's up, dude?"
I kind of feel like he was already like very worried about Anakin.
Yeah, you can like see the worry. You know what I mean? Hear the worry and see the worry. Like he knows something's up, and like
yeah, and that's what it is though. I think he can feel that something isn't right, but he can't place exactly what it is.
Because clouded.
Yeah. And also, again, Anakin ruins everything. Like, if it hadn't been for Anakin, then Ahsoka would have been like, "Yeah, okay, sure, Maul, let's go kill Palps." But no, had to be Anakin involved.
Yeah, because that's the emotional stabbing that Dave Filoni is so good at. Like, oh, I know Anakin, you lied, or just like.
I mean, kind of not really. Like, I'm not feeling emotionally stabbed by like the Anakin's fault shit in this episode. It's more like, God damn it, Peter Quill. You know, like, that's the kind of Anakin emotion I have right now. If it wasn't for you, it would already be over.
Oh no. I did.
But then also, I mean, once again, you could still turn around and be like, well, Nebula was just standing there and let Peter Quill do it, right? Well, so Obi-Wan cut an arm and 2 legs off and just yelled at him.
And left him there.
Like, dude, just walk over really quick and just do like a little, like, okay, just make sure. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, what's worse? Like, what, morally? Is it worse to leave someone to die in agony from a river of lava? Or just to go ahead and end it real quick?
How did my father die?
You know what I mean? Like,
he wasn't great at playing the floor's lava.
I'm just saying. There's both an ethical and a logical argument to be made for why Obi-Wan should have done more than just
shout
at the cripple on the sand.
Should have gone for the head.
Yeah, also that. Yes, nice tie back.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. You're welcome.
But anyways, yeah. I don't know.
I did see one post on Twitter that talked about how they thought that very last, 5 seconds where Ahsoka's just, looking up and, Mandalore's burning behind her is the same time when Anakin decides that he's gonna, turn. When he's, all, cryy, kind of. Is that when he, when he's in the council chambers and, him and Padme are, looking at each other. And he decides to,
Oh, from across Coruscant?
Yeah.
Wait. Isn't that after he assaults the temple? No. No. Alright, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Right, yes. So that moment is when he decided to turn.
Which is why she has that look on her face
Because that was right after he told Mace, and Mace left with Kit Fisto and a couple of the other dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was waiting in the council chambers.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they decided to say, fuck it, I'm going to go do something about it.
And then he went after him, right.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's not him deciding to turn, it's him deciding to, I guess, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Disobey his orders. Or maybe he feels like something's wrong, or whatever. He's gonna go take care of Sidious himself. Doesn't trust Mace Windu. Betrayed.
I have always kind of been bothered by the fact that at the beginning of the movie, he's like, "Oh, I shouldn't," but then he does it anyways.
But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Slices the dude's heads off, and then at the end of the movie, he's like, "No, you shouldn't."
Yeah, because that's him being like, don't do it. You're not supposed to. I felt bad about doing it. I mean, did he feel bad? I don't know. Who knows? But well, and but
he went from don't do it to I'm gonna do it to you.
Do it. Well, Ahsoka's face when Obi-Wan says Anakin killed Dooku. She's kind of oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, lots of tie-ins. One thing that I had on the list that we didn't talk about was it diverging from the novel.
Oh yeah,
That didn't go down the way it did in the novel.
So I mean, the novel is not particularly specific.
No, well, I mean, but it kind of is.
It just says that she's trying to lure him into a trap.
Right.
And
which you could argue is when she's down in the pipes and she hits the button to call Rex, and that could be the trap.
Yeah.
Or their representation of the trap.
Yep. Yeah. Or there could still be something to come, they captured them all,
right.
But
yeah. I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter that was well, that just seems like a total pull the rug out from under, not pull the rug out from under, but total just basically a fuck you.
Wow,
Johnson.
I think that's just being a bit dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm sure the author of the book that did very well, that was written 4 years ago.
Wasn't that long? Or that soon? I thought it was longer than that.
Or maybe it was longer.
It was.
The book was written before they even knew they were going to have an opportunity.
Right.
To create this. So, if there's some variance in that particular portion.
Yeah.
So, I feel like you can pretty much guarantee that the author doesn't care.
2016. October 2016.
Yeah, it's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't, I wasn't displeased, I guess I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The way it's written in the book, it's pretty vague. It's more about, that entire section, that introduction,
mm-hmm.
is more about, hearing Ahsoka like self and analyze, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be kind of I guess very like evaluative of herself and her abilities and how things have gone and like her feelings and like all these different things, like because that's what you're hearing her think about this whole time, that Maul is like on one of his freaking Maul tirades, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like circling whatever and being so like angry and arrogant that he doesn't see like the plan unfolding around him type thing.
The plan. Well, like, I didn't finish the intro when we're just now, like, re-referencing it. Does she go all the way through, like, the whole leaving the lightsabers and thing in the introduction, too? Or do they address that again later in another, like, flashback kind of thing?
No, so, like, I don't even know that they get to the point. No, they do.
She did. That's how
there's a break.
She leaves.
There's a break in the introduction, I think.
No, I think they come back later.
Is that what it is? They come back to it later?
Yeah, because I think. It's when she's going to. It's like the preface of the chapter when she's like going to Ilum, I think. When she's decided she's found enough parts to make some hilts, but she needs a crystal, and she goes to Ilum and finds that they're mining it, and her crystals aren't there anyway, and then realizes that her crystals are on Raida with the sixth brother. I think they come back to that later. Her leaving her lightsabers at Rex's grave. Right? Yeah, Rex's grave.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it's I had to look it up. It's further along. It's when she leaves the Beskha, goes to Raida. It's right after she leaves Raida. After she rescues Caden and everybody, and she leaves Raida to regroup, I think.
That's like super late.
Yeah.
It's like the last chapter of the book.
It's not the last chapter, because
And then she meets with what's his face? Alderaan.
Bail.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do that again where you couldn't remember his name? You're like, Bail Organa. I'm like, why?
Well, I keep trying to, like, my brain automatically goes Gale. And then it's tough for me to move on from there. You know what I mean?
Why Gale? Just like Bail Organa.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Dude, it's my brain. I don't know what it's doing.
No, like, because I'm in... Shoot, did it save my place?
Probably not.
I was on like chapter 27, and she has just gone back to Raida. She hasn't fought Sixth Brother yet. I mean, this isn't the first time I've read it, obviously, because I wouldn't know all that. But so it's like chapter 25 or 4 or something like that. 23 maybe. I remember listening to it on the way back from kayaking a month ago now.
It is curious though, like how there could be a female Togruta running around with dual white lightsabers using the Force, fighting Inquisitors, and it took so long for Vader to show up.
But we don't actually know how much she...
I'm not talking about the book now. I'm talking about like Rebels.
Rebels shows up right after she does. Rebels. Vader shows up right after she does. She gets on the Ghost, says, Ahsoka, my name is Ahsoka Tano.
And then that's the end of season 2, episode 1.
That's the season 1 episode, last episode of season 1.
Oh, okay.
And then the first 2 episodes of season 2 are Siege of Lothal, when they meet Vader.
Is that also when, like, she realizes it's Anakin?
Yeah. When he chases after them, and they're like fighting the star battle and stuff, and she's like, the Force is strong with this guy. Let's see how strong. And Kane's like,
puts his hand on her shoulder. Yeah, I remember that. All right.
Yeah. So that all happens.
And then Vader does a school photo where he's like. Put your chin slightly up and to the left.
And then I do this, and then go back to normal, and then you're like, right.
And then lasers in the background.
Lasers in the background. That was so funny. That hey, that's the background of my school picture.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And she didn't even understand, like, when she was like, oh, I want this one. I'm like,
I explained it to her.
Such an old school.
'Cause I'm pretty sure that my 5th grade yearbook picture when I had the mullet is with that background.
I think it was my 4th grade. Because my 3rd grade was like a autumn scene, and my elbow was broken, so you could see the top of my cast in the bottom of the picture. And then I remember the year I had the perm. Thanks, Mom. I don't think it was lasers. I think it was the star patterns. Little, like, stars in the background. I know I had the lasers at one point, though. Maybe it was 2nd grade. I think it might have been 2nd grade. Or maybe it was my sister had the lasers. I don't know. I would have had the lasers at some point.
Yeah. Everybody did.
Everybody had the lasers. I would still pick the lasers. Because they're awesome. Which is apparently it's a zoom background.
Right. Well, that was how Evie saw it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
But when she first picked it for her pictures this year, she's like, I want that one. I'm like, oh, okay. I think it's actually called, like, retro now. Or vintage or something like that.
Vintage, that's a bit of a stretch. Easy.
Hey, vintage cars are like what? You have to be 21.
25.
Oh, is it 25 to be vintage? I mean, that's not a stretch. It's definitely not a stretch.
Dang it. Well, on that note.
We're old, yay. Well, I mean, I'm not that old. You're old. You're pushing 40, dude.
It's a 3-year difference.
It's a 4-year difference.
It's 3.
It's like 3 years and 10 months. Because our birthdays are like a month and a half apart.
Yep.
Not even a month and a half. Like a month and a week.
I'm just saying. If you look at the years, it's 3 years.
Whatever.
You're getting up there too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but there's a difference between like February and December of the same year. It's basically a year.
I remember at some point, it's probably like 1st grade, I remember like thinking that the calendar started with Monday and ended with Sunday.
That's because academic calendars do.
And then I also was thinking that the year started with the school year. So like I thought the
academic calendars do.
The first month of the year is September. You know what I mean?
Y'all started late.
In Virginia, it's always the first Monday after Labor Day.
See, that makes so much more sense. Like in Indiana, we would start like somewhere around August 15th. Which sucked because that was my sister's birthday, so she's like, school starts, great, party.
Yeah.
I don't have friends yet. No, or she did. She got birthday parties. I didn't, because nobody wants to go to a birthday party the day after Christmas. But
yeah.
We always started, like, on a Wednesday, the middle of August on a Wednesday. We'd be in school for 2 weeks, and then Labor Day. It's like, why don't we just wait? But then here, they go to school, like, super early. Like, we're going first day of August. We're in school already. But we get out a lot sooner than everybody else do, though.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. Well, I guess that's because we have that extra break in there that a lot of other schools don't get in the country. Because, yeah, most kids get, October break and then Thanksgiving break and winter break and spring break, but we have rodeo break in there too. So we have an extra 2 days off. I was like, man, we could offer like a local festival. Like, can you imagine if we got off for Derby?
Or Election Day?
Election Day should be a federal holiday. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Election Day and May the 4th. Federal holidays. Yes, very much so.
I can't believe that it's not, dude. It doesn't make sense.
But you can believe it doesn't make sense because
so,
voter suppression is real.
I can, but to be fair, I feel like it should have happened like 100 years ago.
Yeah, but like most federal holidays weren't even federal holidays 100 years ago. Right? Other than like maybe Independence Day.
Well, I guess too, like the way work works and the way like leave accrued from work works, then it would have been tough to do that like pre-information age, you know what I mean? Like
right.
Pre-1985.
Right. Yeah. Should be a paid federal holiday.
Yeah.
Everyone should get paid on Election Day, just so you know you get paid and you go vote.
Yeah, that's, I guess, kind of sort of reasonable.
Go vote. Do it. Do it.
Roll it again.
So good. Cool. Are we done ranting about Star Wars today?
I think that's all I got.
Yeah, same. On to Order 66. Into the feels and the stabby heart pain. Next week, what? Oh gosh. Oh no.
What if they are able to escape Order 66 and the ship and wherever they are with the assistance of one special pirate?
Oh god. Oh no. I doubt we'll get Hondo.
Make it so. Come on.
Give us one more shot of Hondo.
What is the matter with all your clone buddies?
Oh.
They're all shooting at me.
Where is my friend Obi-Wan? I think we're friends.
And you, Jedi, where's your laser swords?
Oh, Hondo.
Dude, how cool would that be?
I highly doubt that.
Oh, I do too. I'm just saying, it would be super cool.
Get a little bit of Hondo
Okay,
action.
alright, we gotta, yep. Alright. Next week.
Get ready for feels.
Yep.
All the feels.
Yep. It's gonna be rough for Rex. More so than Ahsoka, I think.
I also want to know if Rex ever knows
That Anakin is...
that Vader's Anakin.
Or yeah, that...
Does Ahsoka ever tell him? Would she? Is it better to lie?
Does she even know at this point, though? Like, I don't think she
not
doesn't
now,
know till
not
Rebels.
now, but
yeah,
like
yeah, okay.
in Rebels, like, did she ever tell Rex in Rebels
right.
that Vader is Anakin? Because she had plenty of opportunity. Plenty of time to tell
Did
him.
Vader know that Rex was still alive? Like, were they ever...
No.
Was there ever an interaction of some kind?
Other than... Was he on the Ghost when they did all that? No, because they didn't know Rex yet. Because she hadn't sent him to go get him.
Yeah, it's like second episode of season 2 or something.
Third. It's right after Siege of Lothal. It's Relics of the Old Republic. No, I guess. Other than, I don't know if Anakin could sense it, or Vader could sense him? I don't...
Yeah.
I don't know. But, like, does she tell him? That I want to know. Did she ever tell him?
Yeah.
Or her inner dialogue as to why she didn't. That would be nice.
All right. Next week.
Yay.
See you then.
Same bat time, same bat place?
Yep.
Wrong fandom?
I didn't know what it meant, but I just rolled with it.
Oh, okay. Wasn't that like a thing from the old, like, oh gosh, what's his name? The old Batman stuff, like
Adam West?
Yeah. Wasn't that how they wrapped up the episodes? The same bat time, same bat place?
Oh, I don't know. That one's a little outside of my,
Can't believe I remember that. Same bat time. Same bat channel. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh, it was like a thing for him saying it as like an advertisement for their next episode type of thing. Because
yeah,
it was like early in the days of
yeah, it was like
TV
how
show.
it wrapped up. It was same bat time, same bat channel, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. With, yeah. Woo. Hear me. I remember something cool. Cool. Wash your hands, wear a mask.
Change your socks, take Motrin. Drink water.
It's a Marine Corps thing.
But
right?
not after people. Not after other people.
No.
Yeah, in the Marine Corps, that's the cure for everything. Is change your socks, drink water, take Motrin.
Yeah. I feel that.
So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.